Finally, I got some time to do a live stream commentary about the biggest arm wrestling promotion in the world, Pro Panja League. So 13 days are over. This stream is going to be strictly about Pro Panja League. I'll continue it for as long as I'm able to communicate something meaningful to you guys and as long as you are interested in it. It may be 30 minutes, it may be 20, it may be 40. Let's see. About 10 people have joined. Jia Williams. I meant hopefully this stream isn't delayed. Okay, you wrote, I hope it is delayed early on. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining, everyone. Lots of hearts flying around early in the night. It's like 11 p.m. for me. Thanks for joining once again. 24 people have joined. You guys are awesome. So any questions? You guys may not know much about Pro Panja League. That's kind of understood, and I'm expecting that. But soon it is going to be changed. So any questions that you guys may have for me, for Pro Panja League, please let me know. Related to anything, like how is the selection progress? Who is the owner? When did it get started? Everything. I hurt my little finger. So when we were live, value, is that a valuetainment copy of that logo that you got there? So there was one moment where one of the arm wrestlers slipped today and he smacked himself in the face, and it was like he smacked himself with his nails and it got cut here. Thanks, Syndicate. Drunken Eddie is in the house. I can't wait for more exposure of arm wrestling in India and people to the rest of the world. Yep. I can't follow the team concept. Can you explain? Yes. So first of all, there was a ranking tournament in Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, state of India last year. And there about, I think there were more than 1,000 entries, online entries, and more than 600 people attended that tournament. So that was the turnover. It was for the selection of the athletes for this Pro Panja League season 1. It happened exactly 1 year ago in July last year. So there 180 athletes were selected. There are 10 weight categories in Pro Panja League. So men's categories 60 kilos, 70, 80, 90, 100 and 100 plus is the super heavyweight. For reference, 100 kilos is 220 pounds. So that's the topmost weight category where you have to still cut weight. After that, it is super heavyweight. Palm size helps in arm wrestling. Yeah, I will say a little bit. Yes, will be difficult to curl you in. And about 18 athletes, not about, exactly 18 athletes got selected for each and every one of the weight categories. So we have how many weight categories in men's? Okay, we'll count later on. And 3 categories in female division, 55 kilos, 65 kilos and 65 plus kilos is the super heavyweight female division. 3 weight categories. I think that's more than enough for the female. And this is one concept where I'll just touch it in brief. It needs to be discussed more. People are talking about how to attract more female audience in arm wrestling. I don't think we can do that. It's an aggression strength sport. And is there any strength sport in the world where the majority of the players and also the audience isn't male? I don't think there is any strength sport where they have like 35 or 40% female viewership. So mostly males are only going to be interested in arm wrestling and not only watching but also competing. So I think 3 weight categories are good enough. And then we have one disabled category, or especially abled as they have started calling it these days. So these are the 10 weight categories that we have. 18 players in each one of them. We have 180 players. Now these 180 players are divided in 6 teams. So the team names are Mumbai Muscle, Kirak Hyderabad, Rohtak Rowdies, Kochi KDs, Ludhiana Lions, and Baroda Badshahs. These are these 6 teams. So I'm happy that I remember all of the names. Arm wrestling competition as well, kind of like how you have video game tournament competitions. Yeah, team sports should be done. And that's that tag team style of concept of arm wrestling. I'm waiting for someone to start it because it is going to be interesting. Like even within a match, you can just tag your partner in after you get pinned by someone, and then he can take over from there. The other person also has a choice whether he wants to tag his partner or not. That kind of concept can be helpful. So we have 6 teams. Each team has 30 players. like equal amount of players from each weight category, and there was auctioning done for that. Can you guys imagine? Let me quickly show you. I won't take much of the time on showing that video, but if we go to Sony Sports Network, and there are, I think the team owners were kind of young team, not young but inexperienced about arm wrestling. And there are some instances where they've not used it wisely. They've not used it wisely. Only 16,000 views on the press conference, not press conference, but the, what do we call it? The original sound was off. I hope the audio quality is better now. Share sound, the auctioning, when like it's beyond imagination that there is auctioning going on for arm wrestling. Sony Sports Network, so that's the Sony Sports Network YouTube channel, and that was the auctioning that we guys had. This is the host, Aman. We go to the event together always. So these are the 6 teams: Mumbai Muscle, Baroda Badshahs, Kochi KDs, Rohtak Rowdies there, Ludhiana Lions, and Kirak Hyderabad. So let me show you, and it was really professional, and you can just see the promos and you'll know the quality of the event.
Network. Let's have the promo play on the screen. Here we go.
खेलते हैं शूरवीर खेल बेमिसाल है कर दिखा वीर आज जाग जाग है जंगलों में फैल जा द्वंद ही कर्म तेरा खेल जा पंजाली कर दिखा पंजाली कर दिखा
So you'll see Charu Sharma here. This is the guy, Charu Sharma. So he did the auctioning for IPL, Indian Premier League. That is the second biggest sports organization in the world after football, soccer, as some of the guys call it. So he did the auctioning for IPL. So you can see, I don't exactly understand how this auctioning system works. So, but it was proper, like table setup for every single team. They were buying players from there, and it was simply awesome. You can just show this video to anyone. You don't even have to show the entire league. You just have to show this video to everyone, and they will immediately know what level of arm wrestling promotion we are talking about here. That's just beyond the levels that we have seen till now. Let me come back to my live stream. That's cool. Bollywood movies are always top notch. I watch them with subtitles. I bet their arm wrestling productions will just be as good as their movies. I hope so. Rajamouli directed it. Which movie? You're talking about RRR? Instapol. I'm also on Facebook. Ansh Pratap Singh. Okay. Pradeep got a contract. The internet must not find out. Which contract? Derek Smith is the most up-to-date related to social media. He's the only guy who knows Twitch. Okay. I absolutely love the quality of organization's promotions. You guys should hear Pradeep announce in Hindi. He can become pretty animated. Yes, I think I can. Are still masculine. I think international players in the upcoming... Yes, international players will be invited, and people are inviting Indian players to compete there as well. Like Ryan and I already discussed about 2 matches, like for Mazahir and Rahul Panekar. They're already going there, and there is a possibility of 2 more Indian arm wrestlers being invited over there. I talked with the owner of the league. I was like, will you have any problem if some of the guys ask me that we need Pro Panja League athletes to compete over there, because these are contracted athletes? And he was like, no, I don't have any problem with that. They can compete. So that's good. Okay, you are talking about the trailer. So yeah, there was like full professional studio for recording these promos, because these promos ran on TV. So it was not like it is just for YouTube. These promos were ran in the middle of cricket matches on TV. So you can know it's a big deal. So that's how they were shot, the full makeup crew, designer, artists, clothes, everything. And I recently got to know, I saw the athletes that go there and compete on the table live on TV, they also get their makeup done by makeup artists. I was like, what is this? Because it looked weird to me initially, but the thought is that almost everyone, not almost, but literally about everyone who shows their face on television, like they almost about always have some kind of makeup. So even the arm wrestlers have like a little bit of touch up before they go live on television. That's the level of seriousness that the players, the organization is taking this arm wrestling event too. Have you met Shiv Kaushik? Yeah, I have met him before this event as well, many times. We trained together sometimes. Easier to translate from English to other languages if needed. Yeah. So there are some more things that I would like to tell you guys. First of all, the production quality is like beyond amazing. That I have to tell you guys, because Basil Coach, you may have seen him doing some of the translations. He has been to East versus West. He has been to King of the Table, and he's now here for last 2 weeks here in India. More than 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. Is the tournament over? No, the tournament is not over. So 17 days, 12 super matches every single day, and there will be one day where there will be 16 matches. So 12 super matches every day for 17 days straight. Like, how many super matches are these? For sure more than 100 super matches. And most of the, like, I'll say 80% of the top arm wrestlers from India are here. Are there individual champions? Yeah, we'll see who won against who towards the end in their weight category. Then we'll see. So lots and lots of super matches. I commentate them every day in Hindi, obviously. Do you know how many? Yeah, I do know the exact number, but only for the first day. But the owner asked me not to reveal it. But I can just say a random number. So this event is not available to watch if you are not able to tune in live. So it's like me doing a YouTube live stream for, let's say, 110 minutes, and then I immediately delete it. So the amount of views that I get in those 110 minutes, which is always like, I've seen it, like live stream usually gets 300-400 views by the time I end them. If it is a really popular live stream, if like 300 people have been watching throughout, then maybe it gets to 1000 views. And if I let it stay there, which I always do, then the stream from 1000 views gets to like 4-5,000 views. So it can increase up to 4 times at least. But there is no replay available on television. So if you watched it during that 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. time, then your view is going to count. So the views, I'll give you a wide range, were between 1 and 10 million for the first day. So every single day, that I can tell you, multiple number, millions of people are watching arm wrestling live on television every day. And that's just one TV channel. It is available on another TV channel which I don't have the data of, Doordarshan. That's a even bigger channel that reaches the mass audience. So that channel is also there, so millions on that channel as well. Then there is a mobile app called Fan Code, probably maybe not million, but like lots and lots of hundreds of thousands views every single day on that one as well. So you can say that we're probably reaching around 10 million views, combining all of these every single day. 10 million live views, not just not replays, live views. So what was let me ask you guys, what was the highest number of live views you have seen for an arm wrestling competition? What's the highest live number? Like if Devon, like if East versus West or King of the Table, if they are made free, let's say if it is free to watch for anyone on YouTube, and it is going to stream from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and as soon as the clock hits 9 p.m. the video is going to get deleted. How many views do you guys think that pay-per-view, King of the Table or East versus West pay-per-view is going to get? How many views in those 2 hours? Making sure you are not a crackhead. Who is not a crackhead? Michael, do you live on Hastings? Okay. Good morning from Vancouver Island, Canada. Michael, okay. Good morning, brother. Probably around 20-30k viewers on Core Sports with Devon. No, forget about Core Sports. I'm talking about like YouTube Live. Let's say if East versus West pay-per-view is live, Devon versus Hermes, the live stream will be available it will be live only for 2 hours. How many views do you think it is going to get only in those 2 hours, not like after the replay? You think Engin will try to shut down that league too, bro? So I already know where we are lacking, and the biggest thing, it's one of the biggest thing, is the level of arm wrestlers that are competing here. Other than that, Pro Panja League is already way ahead, like literally in every other sense, in production value, in terms of viewership, in terms of reach, in terms of players getting hyped up. Not exactly players getting hyped up, but the general audience, like how interested they seem to be in arm wrestling. India is already way ahead of East versus West and King of the Table combined, as I wrote in that post. I don't think India getting even 1 million view, Ankit. Bro, I'm telling you, only Sony has like multiple millions people watching on the first day. They had that much on the first day. Now it has probably increased. I only have data for the first day. Now combining all 3 of the platforms, my guess would be we may even be reaching like 10 million live viewers. 10 million live. Can you guys imagine it? Should be 115 kg class. Okay. No. In the super heavyweight there isn't, like literally I'll say there isn't any competition in India. Like the top 90 kg strong guys, they can beat the super heavyweights if they are like really high level. So the super heavyweight level isn't there. So 100 plus kg is like perfect. 115 kg, it would have been a disaster. No need for that in India. I think Andreas' number is close. Okay, in India obviously you all have 1 billion citizens. Yup, but we have more viewers as well. That's a big thing. Like East versus West and King of the Table, they have international audience. They have like English stream, and clearly the English speaking people are also over 1 billion, so they probably have a bigger market than India. We are only doing it in Hindi, and not all of India speaks Hindi. You should know that as well. Maybe probably 50-60% of India speaks Hindi. So our audience is in fact smaller. It should be smaller than East versus West and King of the Table. So it's clearly not about having 1 billion people in the country. World most populous country, that's the reason. No, victory of arm wrestling, that's clearly not the reason. Pradeep, does Bowen inviting in Indians have to do anything with him being black labeled? I don't think so, because that's the idea that I suggested to him when I interviewed him last month. I think it was. I told him that he should invite some Indians, and then he immediately liked the idea, and the matches were set in few days after that. Watching latest video Mazahir versus Parth, I see why he needs to pull outside of India. Yeah, there is literally no competition. It's getting really difficult for anyone to hold him even for a couple of seconds. I think India will go far ahead of this time. You must see some of the videos. I know they are posting some stuff on their YouTube channel, but half of it is like not the official video that is going on TV, and there is no commentary in that, so you cannot judge the level of the event. So first of all, you guys live in US, lots and lots of tournaments you may have heard about or seen. Give me the name of one arm wrestling event where there were about 180 arm wrestlers and about at least 100 staff, like some of the commentators, some of the videographers or referees, more than 100 guys like that. Let's say almost 300 guys, and everyone is on a salary. When was the last time anywhere it happened in the world? Who can do it? Just let me know that person's name who can do it, that there are 300 people in an arm wrestling tournament and everyone is on a salary, and for more than 3 weeks their food is covered, their hotel expenses, their travel expenses from their home to the event, and every single day from the hotel to the event, their taxi or team buses, team vans, whatever it is, literally everything is covered, and all of those 300 people are on a salary. Never it has ever happened. Whenever there were 300 people in any arm wrestling event, they were 100% paying a fees to be there. Now everyone is getting a salary to be there, and it's a good amount of salary. Like if I tell you guys how much I am getting for doing this commentating, whatever the government job I have, I'm getting more than that for doing 4 hours commentary for like 17 days. Yeah, about twice that. Chemistry with your co-host, has there been any awkwardness feeling? Not much, maybe a little bit small moments. Does he have an ego or is he easy? I think it's kind of easy. It's kind of easy. Sometimes it gets a little bit difficult. I won't discuss it here. But what does Panja mean? Panja means arm wrestling. Literally, if you go by the literal word, Panja means this paw, the paw. That's called Panja. But it means arm wrestling, pro arm wrestling league. Search engine here, okay. Yeah, I watched those Indian arm wrestling things, and so as I can see, nobody answered that. So nobody has ever done that, and nobody is going to do that. It literally cannot happen. Even in the ranking tournament where more than 600 people competed, the entry fees was just a few cents over $1. A few cents over $1, and everyone was provided free accommodation for like 3 days, and other than that, free food, and they were given one t-shirt. So that was the standard of the tournament, like highly professional. Monster Michael Todd was invited here to India. Monster and Mrs. Monster, full travel expenses covered, and maybe they got paid a fees as well, I'm assuming, and $1 entry fees, all of the expenses. The higher level athletes, even for a tournament, their travel expenses were covered, and food, accommodation, t-shirts, everything for $1 entry fees. That's the level they are operating under, and that $1 entry fees was also there, that people do have a feeling inside them that they at least they have paid something, so they have to go to the event. That's the only reason. I would have competed there too. Everyone got, I still have the t-shirt. Sony pays for the tournament. Yeah, they're providing them the feed, live feed, so they must be paying them something, but I have absolutely no idea how much Sony is paying them. Cloudsfire, UFC. Yeah, I'm talking about arm wrestling event. How is Pro Panja paying for this? Is there income from selling TV deals? There must be something. I heard that the owner, don't quote me on this, but I've heard that he has spent like almost $1 million on this thing so far, and $1 million in India is like $5 million spent in US, or at least $4 million. Son's bedtime, but I'm listening. Thank you, Mark. You are the man. I would have competed there too. So once again, coming back to the teams and scoring, J.R. Williams asked in the beginning of this live stream. So team scoring is like, there are undercard matches. So every day there are 4 teams play. Once 2 teams play each other in the undercard, where all of the 3 matches are best of 3, and you get only 1 point for winning a match. So that's the undercard. Now next 2 teams play in an undercard. 3 matches once again, different weight categories, 1 point for winning 1 match, best of 3 matches. Then the first team goes to the main card. Now once again, 3 different weight classes and different pullers, or there can be same pullers in the undercard and the main card as well, depending on your team management. In the main card, all of the matches are best of 5, and 1 round is worth 1 point. And if you clean sweep your opponent 3-0, then you get extra bonus points, 2 bonus points. And there is another thing called challenger round. So if you are feeling confident, then you have to beat your opponent in the straps. It goes straight to the straps. You have to beat him in 10 seconds, and if you don't, if he holds you for 10 seconds, then the 5 points go to the other person, even if he loses, but he needs to hold you for 5 seconds. Very proud of you, Pradeep and Praveen sir. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I still remember those big super chats that you gave in that live stream where I invited Praveen Devas. I do remember that. What is the kabaddi match? A type of tag, very strange looking. Kabaddi is huge, man. Kabaddi is like the second biggest sport in terms of viewership in India, and after cricket, obviously. If they could, I think the India versus Pakistan, what was it, 2019 match, whatever it was, it still holds the record of most people watching any live event in the history of internet. Most simultaneous live viewers in the history of internet. If you search it, cricket has that record. India versus Pakistan final, it was maybe 2019, and on Hotstar app, I think at one point it went to either 17.5 or 19.5 million viewers at a time, live at a time, concurrent viewers. Like there are 61 viewers right now. I think that's the record. Either it was 17 or 19 million live viewers. Pradeep, what determines the 3 weight categories from each team? Yeah, that's a good question. So one weight category is decided by one team, the other weight category is decided by the other team, and the third weight category, the organization, the staff, the Pro Panja team decides that third weight category. So that's how it is done. How can someone from Europe watch Pro Panja League? So maybe you can try a fan code app. FANCODE. Fan code is the app. Pro Panja League, we are just getting started. So guys, you can check out Pro Panja League. They are here in the chat. Abhishek, is that you commenting, or is it someone else? Because they do have a huge team. And do you have any idea like how many people are there apart from 180 athletes? I'm assuming like at least 100 people are there. PPL, that's there. Justin, what did Justin say? Sangeet Narayan, do you think PPL would pay more to elite athletes like Kidargali, Zurab, etc. than in the future? Yes, but paying that much in the beginning without pay-per-view model, it can be made possible only if it is live on TV like it is now. But I'm not sure if Indian television channels will be interested in having international matches live on Indian TV, because that wouldn't have that Indian feeling. That's my guess. I've not. Yes, that's Abhishek. Okay, that's my feeling. I can be wrong, but just assume that Devon and Hermes are competing live on Indian television. It may be maybe with English commentary, but I don't think the TV networks will be that much interested in having that, and that's why paying them that much without being on television may not be possible. So there has to be a way, and the only way is to have Indian matches along with some international matches. Then it can be made interesting, because the only problem that we are going to have is doing that crossover, inviting international athletes, is that in cricket, Indian cricketers were already at the level of, like, you can name any top cricketer in the world. So for example, if I were to compare it with Armwrestling, then let's just for the sake of the conversation say, if we invite Rustam Babayev from there, then we already have those Rustam Babayevs in India in cricket. If we invite Levan Saginashvili there or Hermes Gasparini from there, then in the cricketing world we already had those people who can beat the Levan Saginashvilis and Hermes Gasparinis, but in arm wrestling we do not have that. So if we invite high level arm wrestlers, they will have to compete against each other. So it's a difficult crossover, but in the future it will for sure happen without a doubt. Do we foresee PPL hosting an open tournament for other countries with drafted teams? I'm not sure about the tournaments, but yeah, super matches, probably next year you may see an international super match. If not next year, then for sure in 2025. What happened with Trubin's brother? Nothing happened. He's there. He's there. He's the coach for one of the teams. And once again, guys, international coaches. International coaches. I'm not going to disclose the exact amount of fees they are getting, but they are getting, let's say, a good amount of fees for being here. All of the travel expenses covered, and they are staying with the teams. And in my opinion, they basically have to do nothing. They just have to come here for a vacation with expenses covered and getting a fees as well, and the chance of being, not the chance but the guarantee of being live on Indian television in front of millions of people every hour. Millions of people are watching arm wrestling. In Pro Kabaddi, it got interested because of mixing international athletes with Indians. Yeah, that can happen here as well. Super heavy means 100. Yeah, every team in the future, in my opinion, can have, like, every weight category can have one international athlete. That can be a cool idea. Every weight category, one international athlete. So 10 weight categories, every team will have, there are 6 teams, every team will have 10 international players, or maybe not if they don't want to. Then there will be a total number of 60 international players. And let me tell you something, Abhishek, if you are still here from Pro Panja League, the referees have started, some of the people, they have started contacting me, like, how can they get on this thing from all over the world, coaching, like coaches. All of the coaches are international coaches. I think it's a good opportunity for them. And India is always known for their welcoming nature. Like, I don't think you are going to receive the kind of, any international puller is going to receive the kind of hospitality anywhere else in the world. You can ask that. Michael Todd is going to do a live stream today. You can, any of you, if you want, can ask him, like, where have you received the best hospitality ever in all of the countries that you have ever visited, and he'll let you know. Fan code, yeah, it may not be available, but you can turn on VPN, and then maybe you can try. Can anyone confirm? Ian Carnegie asked you last time, by the way. Yeah, it was in the chat, but I think he asked as a coach. That was during the live stream, but others have as well, and some of the referees as well. What exactly are the international coaches are doing? Well, about nothing, in my opinion, because I don't think the players are discussing too many techniques with the referees, because there is one problem that most of them don't really. Maxim from Dubai, the guy who won the first King of the Table tournament, I think he beat Larry as well, if I remember correctly. He's the coach of Coach Ikedi's team, and he speaks English, but most of them don't. As we grow, there will be space for more people. We want to be the global hub for arm wrestling. I think it's about time. I thought it will take more time, maybe 2024, but 2023, India has already arrived on the arm wrestling scene. Pro Panja League has already arrived. So in terms of production value, we are number one. Anyone can tell you that. Anyone, literally anyone. You can watch the videos. You can watch some of the pirated videos. The Pro Panja League is copyright striking down, I'm assuming, dozens of videos every day. Is that correct, Abhishek? Please let me know. And still there are many videos around, like the Akash Kumar versus Rahul Panekar video that I saw. It stayed there for like 19-20 hours, and it already had about 55,000 views or something. And that was on a channel that had like 300 subscribers. Abhi, how much can these two matches in the upcoming AWE event you feel? But for it is important for, I was discussing this with some of the Indian arm wrestlers there. It is important for Maza here to beat Bowen. I was like, bro, please train that big guy for endurance. If he gets stopped, he's going to get gassed out. People just should line up and train him for endurance every week. That's how he's going to win. That's the only way he's going to beat Bowen. He can be strong enough to pin Bowen. That's for sure. There is no way Mazahir is not strong enough to pin Bowen. But does he have enough endurance that if his wrist gets slightly cracked, he can come back once again in the next round? Rahul must be a celebrity there. The thing is that Rahul does zero PR for himself. Rahul literally does not do anything. Maybe in like a couple of weeks he'll post a photo of him on Instagram. He does not upload anything on YouTube, not on Facebook. He literally does zero promotion. And whenever that guy competes, like million views like that guaranteed. So in India it's good, like the audience does the promotion for you. Yes, that guy is a monster. Yuvraj is like really good. So there is this guy, Yuvraj, 6'3", about 105 kilos, and been arm wrestling for like 6 months, and he's top rolling the shit out of everyone, literally everyone, beating by people left, right, and center. 21-year-old guy, 6 months of training, and literally beating everyone in the super heavyweight division, and he's only 105, so he can easily cut to 100 kilos category if he wants, but he's competing in the super heavy. We will do a massive PR push for Mazahir and Rahul for their AWE matches. Yes, Pro Panja League is really good. Like, you'll see tons and tons of articles, and since the owners are Bollywood actors, so they have connections. Now another Bollywood actor has joined Pro Panja League. He bought a minority stake, so he will also be doing some promotions now. A few days ago they had a press conference about Pro Panja League in Mumbai, so the owners had to fly there. I think it's a possibility, Ankit. It can happen. I want arm wrestling to succeed. I'll probably make a video, 5 reasons why I believe Pro Panja League is bigger or has a better production than East versus West and King of the Table. And people are watching, people are themselves. I created a community post and Reddit post as well, and I people are supporting that well. And some people are themselves sharing some videos on social media, and the titles are Pro Panja League production quality. So everybody is noticing that. Is Core Sports in fear that PPL will take over? So if the league gets big, if we are able to dial it in how to make that crossover from it being just an Indian arm wrestling league to a worldwide thing, then I think it's on. Then I think there are no contracts that are going to stop some of the athletes from coming here. And the thing is that we, in the beginning, we may just need one, but there are 6 teams. We may need a few high level arm wrestlers, and I think they will be willing to join. And I think they should be willing to work together. Core Sports, Pro Panja, and East versus West. I don't think there should be a rivalry between them. Right now I'm using the name of East versus West and King of the Table to define how big PPL is, because that's a measured quantity. My audience knows what East versus West and King of the Table are. So now when I say that PPL is already bigger than them in terms of production quality, it's just for the sake of measurement. I don't mean to say that there is some kind of competition going on there. I hope I'll be really happy if all 3 of them work together in the future. PPL is already sending some of the athletes to compete overseas in Ryan Bowen's event, so they have no problem. Like Rahul Panikar is a contracted athlete by PPL. Everyone, all of the 180 players are under contract, but like, let's say if Engin wants to invite Rahul to compete, I don't think the owner will have any kind of problem. Engin is manufacturing a rivalry. PPL ko IPL bana do, sign international arm wrestlers. That will be big. So in terms of viewership, in terms of content creators, India is like already, in terms of viewership, India is higher than probably the next four countries combined. We are generating that many views from arm wrestling anyways. But it's just the level of arm wrestling that needs to go up. Production quality is also already there. So thanks for watching, guys. More about PPL in the future. I think it is here to stay. Let's hope the international audience and especially the promoters receive it well, because PPL is not going anywhere. When is Kyle Cummings versus Tawheed Sheikh? And I hope more people talk about it. Whenever it can tell the mood of the promoters. Whenever, let's say, Michael Todd is live, whenever Matt Rhodes is live or Engin is live, do mention do mention the thing that what do you think about the Pro Panja League or the production quality of Pro Panja League. Let us hear what they have to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys once again soon. Bye. Waf, yes, they